Most High said he was hot against us, ready to make a nation, a great nation out of Moses. But we cried to the Most High. Listen, verse 45. And remember for them his covenant, his contract, his agreement that he made with Abraham, that he made with Isaac, that was passed down to Jacob, that was passed to the 12 tribes of Israel. He remembered for them his covenant and repented according to the multitude of his mercies. Hallelujah. He made them also to be pity of all those that carried them captives. He made us be pitied by our captives. The Most High did this because he's merciful and he's full of grace and he's full of love for his people. He said, Jacob have I loved. He loved us, but then how much do we love him? And doing as much as we can to bring the children back together, bring his children back to the sheepfold, and sacrifice our bodies for him, as Mashiach Shai sacrificed his body for the whole nation of Israel. But he wants us to sacrifice our bodies. Verse 47, save us, O Most High, our power, and gather us from among the heathen, to give thanks unto thy holy name, and to triumph in thy praise. We have to do. Blessed be the Most High power of Israel from everlasting to everlasting. And let all the people say, so be it. Praise ye the Most High. Yes. Worthy to be praised. The Most High told us this in Jeremiah 10 and 2. We start at 1. Jeremiah 10 and 1 and 2. It says, hear ye the word which the Most High speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. So it's not talking to anyone but the Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel. Thus said the Most High, learn not the way of the heathen. You hear it? Learn not the way of the heathen, but we're mingling among the heathen and learn their works. But he told us, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them. That's why we ain't supposed to be dismayed at the signs of heaven, the things that's going on in the heavens. Say the heathen are dismayed at them. We're not supposed to be dismayed at them. We're supposed to know this word and knowing what it is that the Most High has said. Thus said the Most High, therefore, why would you be dismayed at certain things that he made? When we made a song, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, coming for to carry me home. I looked over Jordan. What did I see? A band of angels coming for me. We know about that. We know about the 200 million angels coming. And look, where we look over Jordan, the Jordan River. Look. Ezekiel 39 and 23. As we were mingling among these heathen, he said, learn not to wear the heathen. He said, and the heathen, Ezekiel 39, 23, and the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity, because they trespassed against me. Therefore hid I my face from them, and gave them into the hand of their enemies. So fell they all by the sword. So who are these enemies that he gave us to? When he told us, learn not to wear the heathen. But we went into captivity for sinning against the Most High. So how are we going to come out of this captivity? Because you're not free. Care how you look at it, you ain't free. They come in your house and arrest you, take you to jail, and nobody know where you at. No trial, because habeas corpus has been done away with. They ain't got to take you in front of no judge in no few hours. Take you off the planet, nobody know where you at, just gone. Poof. Anytime. They already started taking homeless people, putting them into them camps. Don't get it twisted, y'all. Everything in this Bible is happening. Just because you don't know it don't mean it ain't happening. That's why you got to study to show yourself approved unto the Most High. And it's more than just coming here learning, just like you looking at this as going to church, as you went to church on the first day before, or whenever you went. No, you got to be in this word all the time. This is the power. Only power we have in prayer and fasting. Ezekiel 39:23. And the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity, because they trespassed against me. Therefore hid I my face from them, and gave them into the hand of their enemies. So fell they all by the sword. So who are these enemies that he gave us into their hands? See what the scriptures could say concerning them. Ezekiel, let's get a little characteristics of these enemies that y'all think is your friend. Ezekiel, the 7th chapter, and the 24th verse. It says, wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen. You hear that? The worst of the heathen. You look up Esau, you look up Caucasian, it says Caucasoid, or pertaining to the Caucasus mountain range between the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea. Caucasoid says a member of a subspecies of mankind. That's the definition from the Webster's Encyclopedia Unabridged Dictionary. So you're going to bring the worst of the heathen, and they shall possess their houses. Now, going into the Apocrypha, looking at Song of Three Holy Children, verse 9. Song of Three Holy Children, verse 9. Thou hast given us into the hands of lawless enemies, most hateful forsakers of the Most High, and unto an unjust king, the most wicked in all the world. Woo! That's what he gave us to. The most wicked in all the world. So, that's our enemies that he gave us to. The worst of the heathen and the most wicked in all the world. A subspecies of mankind, as it is written. So it's very important that we look at this carefully and pay attention. Go over these lessons, go over these lessons, because this is, and this happened because we didn't follow the Most High. Look at our 1 Corinthians, the 8th chapter. And we'll read 1 to 5. 1 Corinthians 8 and 1. Now as touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge. Knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifies. See, knowledge, and more knowledge they get, the more they be puffed up. But love, which is charity, edifies, which is keeping of the commandments to edify you. And if any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing, yet as he ought to know. And that's real. If you look at what we're going to be learning in 1,000 years, and we know in part and prophesy in part now. But if any man love the Most High, the same is known of him. You love the Most High, you love the Mashiach Yahushua, say the same going to be known of the Most High. As concerning, therefore, the eating of those things that are offered in sacrifice unto idols, we know that an idol is nothing in the world, and that there is none other power but one, and that's the Most High. For though there be that are called gods or idols, whether in heaven or in earth, as there be idols many, and lords many, see? As there be gods many, and lords many. You got to understand this. Because a lot of people calling on God, which is an idol. They calling on Lord, which is another idol. Because they're not calling on his name. They're not really looking at what it is and what he says, and how you calling on someone that you don't even know what he's saying and understanding actually what he's saying in the word. And you don't really concern you. All you're concerned about is waking up in the morning doing your thing. That's the main thing what most people do. They wake up in the morning, what I got to do today? Ain't about the Most High. Ain't about a Mashiach Yahushua. You know? It's all about the way, and that's the way the world have you set up, because they want you to fail. They want you to go right down with them into the pits, right with them. And if you don't watch yourself, you can go right with them because of the way you feel about the world. James 4 and 4. Say, ye adulterers and adulteresses. James 4 and 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses. Know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High. And the Mashiach Yahushua. So all you don't want to be a friend of this world, you the enemy of the Most High. High sign with sinners, and you the enemy of the Most High. That's why we got to come out of the mindset that we're in to get ready for the kingdom that's prepared for us. But you're not going to make it if you don't come back to following what's right in the eyes of the Most High. Mashiach Yahushua never said it. Matthew 5:17, he never said. That's what he said, Matthew 5:17. Think not, don't even think that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets, because that's all they had was the law and the prophets when he walked the earth. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Fulfill prophecies that were written, that he wrote, had men, holy men write, as him being the word of the Most High, writing what the Most High tell him to tell the Holy Spirit to tell man. Say, for verily I say unto you, verse 18, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, which is the laws, and shall teach men so, this these pork chop eating preachers. Because they teaching people that we not under the commandments, we not under the law. He shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. So they better change. You better hear what he said. That's from a Mashiach Yahushua, who is the word of the Most High's mouth. For I say unto you, that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, these preachers, the same ones that was against them there, because if you for them, then you're going to do what he said do. You're going to follow what he say do. Without an argument. It's no argument. He says it. That's what you're supposed to do. Here's an example for us to follow. Verse 20. For I say unto you that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven. That's right. That's why he say, do what they say. They talk about the law. Say, follow them. They followed the law. They followed the law. But they didn't do it themselves. They didn't do it themselves. So I'm opening up the phone line right now. See if there's any questions.
Conversation mode is on. Everyone can now be heard.
Are there any questions? Or any comments?
Yes, well, I need to know that scripture was saying that the most evil Gentile, or where Esau, the worst one of all, the most evil of them all.
Song of Three Holy Children, verse 9. Song of Three Holy Children, verse 9 in the Apocrypha.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Any other questions? Any other comments? Oh, hallelujah. So we're going to set up the prayers.